In 2015, I decided to quit my accounting job and completely change my career. I realized really fast, 2 years into that job, that the accounting and corporate world was not for me. So what did I do? I quit my job and I started to chase my dream to become a personal trainer. I was always into sports, always into being active, working out. That was my jam when I was younger, right? Especially into college, I'd love that. But in school, when I was getting into college, I had no idea how to turn that into a career. I never even thought of personal training at that time. Even though I was big into working out, loved going to the gym, I just didn't think of that. So what does any undecided college student get into when they don't know what major to pick? Accounting. We all hit that accounting major. Why? There's a couple reasons there, right? It's safe, you know you're gonna get a job coming out of school most likely, and you're most likely gonna get a pretty good salary. Now when I graduated college in 2013, getting paid 50 to 60 grand a year was like, wow, this is awesome. I would love that right now as a starting salary, and you see the room for growth and all that. So that was definitely appealing to me, and that's why I went into it. Fast forwarding to the end of college, I'm graduating. I got my master's in accounting. I got my internship all finished. I'm ready to rock. They gave me a full-time offer, the salary I wanted. I'm like, wow, everything's going in the right direction. We're feeling good. Let's do this, right? Finishing school, I get right into work. I got my full year done. I go through a full busy season. If you've never been in accounting, you might not know what that is, but come that tax season, it gets a little busy, right? So you're doing a lot more work, you're working a lot more hours. It beat me up a little bit, but I'm like, okay, I think I can do this. Another year goes by, and that's when it really hit me. 2015, like I said earlier, was the day that I decided I was done. I was at my desk every other day thinking, how can I change my career? Where can I go? And personal training was always in my mind. So I was working on my certification, getting it done, as the people at my company thought I was working on my CPA. Don't tell them that. But anyway, I finished my personal training certification. I'm thinking every day at my desk, okay, how can I make this work? How many sessions do I have to do? How much do I have to charge? Where can I work? I would do research every day. What gyms can I be at? Where can I go to work? The ups and downs, the pros, the cons, all that stuff. So I finally made that decision. 2015, we finally got out. I'm gonna post a picture right now. I'll show you. My friends came to get me. This was my last day at work. They came to get me and we went out that night. That was a great time. And that was the height of it right there, right? You're quitting your job, you're changing your career, your friends are excited for you, your family was a little on the side like, hey, you sure you wanna do this? Your girlfriend at that time, who's now my wife, we were together 3-4 years at that point, so we're getting kind of serious, and now I'm quitting my full-time job that I spent all this money on, student loans, all this stuff, and I'm completely changing a career where the success rate is not that high. And it got pretty intimidating, but at the same time, it was this exciting moment for me. Coming off the high from finishing and quitting, ready to go in my personal training career, I couldn't have been more excited, right? So I found this gym called Transform Fitness. This is where it all began, where my personal training career started, and I am so blessed to everybody in this place who helped me grow and helped me push and helped me get to that next level in my personal training. But this is where it all began, and I started just by training some group classes. So it was a very small gym. It was a personal training studio that had small strength and conditioning type classes. They did some athletic stuff as well. So I would teach group classes when I could. I would work on athletic teams that would come in from the area. I would help out one of the other trainers and just be on the side, like helping and working and learning. And from there, that's how you kind of grow, right? That's how you meet new people, get your face in front of people, show people who you are, what you know, that you're good at what you do. And it took time for me to get comfortable doing that, but that's the start of it all, right? And now you get one client, you get 2 clients, it starts to snowball a little bit. But you don't know the cons of personal training until you really get into it. So that's where it all kind of hit me a little bit. Wow, this is gonna be a big challenge, because I was all gun-ho in the beginning. Everybody is when you start something new, but man, did it get tough when you start to gain some sessions, but then you start to lose some sessions. People start to fall off. Who doesn't text you back, right? Maybe someone didn't enjoy the personal training session. Maybe you didn't give them a good workout. Maybe they didn't enjoy you. Now you start to second guess yourself a little bit. A little doubt creeps in. And you're kind of getting a little nervous, right? Because I had reached out to family. I reached out to friends. I got my Instagram growing a little bit. I'm like, okay, we can do this. The clients aren't coming in. A month goes by, 2 months go by. And I remember looking at my calendar and my schedule. I had like a group class on Monday night, and I had a session on Tuesday morning, group class Wednesday night. I I was working like 6, 7 hours a week. So like, how am I supposed to do this? How am I gonna get by? This is not the numbers that I was referring to earlier, right? When I was sitting at my desk, I needed more sessions. I needed 20 sessions, 30, 40 sessions a week. I'm hitting 5, 6 hours of work a week, and I'm not even really charging people the money that I wanted to because I wanted to get people in the door, right? So that was a big challenge for me. So here we are, 2, 3 months into my personal training career, and I'm already nervous. I'm already doubting myself. I'm hearing all the haters and the doubters from when I first started saying, hey, that's probably not a good career. You're gonna quit your accounting job in New York City to go work at a small gym in the suburbs of New York. What are you thinking, right? And all that stuff's piling into my head. So I had to do a little bit more work, right? I had to find a way to get people in the door. So I went hard on social media, okay? There were 2 big factors. One was Instagram, really putting out a ton of content, showing people what I could offer. And at that time, Instagram wasn't new, but that's when videos were just kind of getting out. Maybe stories were starting as a couple years went on. But you could really showcase your work and show what you offered, right? So that was a big help for me. And the second, the gym that I was at, Transform Fitness, was expanding. They were gonna go into a bigger location, which was awesome, right? So, okay, let me stick this out a little longer. Maybe I can get into this new location, maybe in the area, it kind of gets a little bit of talking around town, and maybe more people walk in the door, maybe I can get some more clients. So I was a little excited, and how it worked was, I didn't technically work for the gym. I did group classes there for the gym and they paid me for that, but I was really responsible for bringing my own clients in. So if I got a client, I would have to pay the gym a certain cut of that, right? So I would be basically paying them rent, which was a good way to work it. I could have gone to an Equinox. I could have gone to one of those bigger corporate gyms, big box gyms, and been a trainer there, but I didn't want to go into that realm, right? I wanted my own business. So this gym really gave me that opportunity to do so. So after building my Instagram, after, expanding into that next gym that they were opening up, things started to take off a little bit and started to snowball. So now we're month 4, month 5, I'm getting 10 sessions a week. I'm getting 15 sessions. And now all of a sudden, you start training people, they want you to train their daughters, they want you to train their parents if you're training a young kid, and it starts to build and you start to find the niche that you're into. And this is where it really started to take off and when things really started to change. As the gym started to grow and as my Instagram really started to grow and my presence on social media was there, people started to get to know who I was and word started to get around and my business grew a ton, right? But again, no matter how big your training business can grow, there's still gonna be a ton of cons to it, right? You're gonna be working long hours, you're gonna be working early, you're gonna be working late, and it can be a lot, right? So it can be super challenging, but I love what I was doing, so I was happy with it. But again, things can go high and they can go low. And again, I started to feel a little dip in those sessions, feel the income kind of go down a little bit. And again, that doubt can creep in, even 2 to 3 years down the road. Like, okay, maybe you had some good times, but things can really start to press you a little bit and make you nervous. Like, all right, can I do this for the long term? Does this make sense? So that, again, became another challenge. So this is where the next part of my career came in. A couple years down the road, I decided to get into massage therapy. Again, another great person in my life who was a massage therapist at the gym as well. He convinced me to get into it because based on my clientele, he goes, listen, you can be a personal trainer, but you can also bring that massage therapy aspect into it and help people recover as well. So if someone has an injury or one of my clients is a little bit off, hey, I can work on them instead of sending them to a physical therapist or another massage therapist. I could be that guy on both ends. And that drew a whole nother aspect into it, which is the next step in the career that I was very excited about. So now we're 2 to 3 years into our personal training career and I decide to go for this massage therapy thing. And what did that entail? That was gonna be a 1.5-year part-time program, which was gonna be from 9 a.m. to 12:30, Monday through Friday. That's not even including the extra hours of massages that you need to do as practice, right? So this was a big commitment, plus the financial commitment of it, after deciding to quit my job and be a personal trainer and now hit up this massage therapy license. It was a big decision. And now my parents, some of my other family are like, hey, are you gonna be a massage therapist? Are you gonna be in personal training still? What's your deal here? Are you gonna go back to accounting? Everyone was giving me some different vibes and it was definitely challenging for me at first, but I went for it. So now my schedule was crazy. This next 1.5 years was a whirlwind. I would wake up, I had 5 a.m. sessions, 6, 7, 8 a.m., shoot up to massage therapy school by 9:15, and I was there till, like I said, 12:30, 1 o'clock, depending on how much work we had to do. Then, Coming back down, little breather, I'm going right back to work. Now I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7 p.m. sessions, depending on the day. Schedule was still busy. Now I'm still trying to work on my Instagram. I'm still trying to build my personal training business at the same time as going to massage therapy school. So it became a real big challenge. And massage therapy school is no joke. You have to get these hours in, you have to do well, you have to pass your New York State license, so you have to be on your game. You can't just go through the motions and think this is gonna be something easy. You gotta know your stuff, right? So it was a big challenge that year and a half. You can ask my friends, ask my family. I was not a fun person to be around. I was very stressed out, but we made it through and we finally finished massage therapy school, got my New York State license, and now I'm ready to combine my personal training business and that massage therapy business as one. Now let's get into the year 2020, guys. You all know what happened in 2020, but let's talk about it, right? So this was gonna be the year. I'm excited. I got engaged. I'm ready to get married in April of 2020. My massage therapy business is doing great. My personal training business is doing great. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. The gym that I'm at is really thriving. Everything's going well. March 2020 comes. I go on my bachelor party. I'm going away with my friends. We're celebrating, again, another high of life. And then I come back and bam, boom, COVID hits. What did that do to any personal trainer, any massage therapist? You wanna know how many massage clients I had during COVID? Not many. Who wants to come see someone and be that close to someone during COVID, especially the beginning of COVID, right? Even personal training. How many of you guys wanted to be near someone that you didn't trust who was around a lot of people? So that was so challenging. To this day, I still don't talk to a lot of the clients that I had from those times before COVID. We just lost touch because a lot of people didn't want to train during that time, right? And I didn't have a place to train people. So this was a massive challenge for me. If you were a personal trainer, massage therapist, physical therapist, or anyone who just worked with people in general or just had a business in general, you know how hard 2020 really got. Anyone knows, everybody, we all were there, right? COVID really smacked us up a little bit. Health-wise, business-wise, it was a disaster. Where am I gonna train people? How am I gonna train people? Who wants to train with me? Does anybody even want a massage anymore? Anybody wanna put their head in a massage table that someone else laid in? I don't care how well you cleaned it. I don't think anyone else, really thought of that. And it was a big challenge for me. So COVID year, definitely a big challenge, but I had to make an adjustment. I said, all right, I don't think a lot of people are gonna wanna go back to gyms after COVID, whenever this thing is gonna end. And where am I gonna train people? How am I gonna train people? Who's gonna be interested in it? So the summer of 2020 is rolling around. We're getting through COVID. We're doing the best we can. We're doing our online sessions. We're doing our outdoor sessions, whatever we can do to make some income, right? And now I'm like, what is my next step? The gyms are still closed. It doesn't seem like gyms are gonna open up again. How can we make this work? So in this time, me and my wife have been looking for a home even before COVID for about 6, 7 months. And we actually finally found a place during COVID, the summer of 2020. And as we were going through that home buying process, I said to myself and my wife, can I maybe turn a space in the home into a place I could train my clients? And that's what it ended up turning into. In September, we ended up buying our house, which was great. And we had a 1-car garage. And I convinced my wife to let me turn that into my training studio, which is where we are right now. I'm filming all my content in there, all my workout videos, all my stuff is filmed in here in my garage, right? So that's what the next step was. We turned the garage into a personal training studio. I started doing all my one-on-one sessions in here. It's nice and private for my massage therapy as well, and it worked out great. People seemed to love it. It was a nice, clean space that I took care of, that people felt safe coming to, especially during COVID, and then after COVID as well. And here we are today. Fast forward 4 years later, the end of 2024 here, we're about to get into 2025, and we are doing great. The sessions are up. We're working massage therapy again finally, right after that first COVID year, and people are loving it. So I love my business. I love what I do. That's my journey. I wanted to share that with you guys, and I wanted to give anyone else hope out there who might have the same type of deal. Maybe you're a young kid, maybe you're in school, maybe you don't know what you want to do. Just try to figure out what you love in life, whether that's sports, whether that's business, whatever it is, and try to make a career. Look at how can I turn that into a career somehow, some way. But again, you have to be real with yourself. And I want to take this time as well to thank the people who were real with me, which were my parents, my family, my wife. I had a big decision to make when I quit that job, my accounting job way back in 2015. But I didn't do that without doing my own research, without understanding what I was getting myself into. Yes, you really don't know what you're getting into till you're in it, right? I knew it would be challenging, I knew it would be hard, but some of those lows I didn't feel would be that bad, which they were. They were very challenging to me, right? But you have to go in understanding that that may happen. You're gonna have ups and downs, and it's gonna be tough, right? Especially if you're going after something that might be a passion, right? You're always gonna have those challenges. You're not taking the safe way out. It's a big jump, it's a big risk. So go into that with knowing that there is risk there. There's gonna be fear, there's gonna be challenges, but take it on, go for it, especially if you believe in it. But you have to be smart about it, right? Don't just think of something that could be so random that no one's ever done before. I'm not telling you not to take jumps, but be real with yourself as well and trust the people that are super close to you, who you truly believe in, who you truly trust, because they're giving you both sides of it, right? They're happy for you, they're gonna push you, they're gonna support you, but at the same time, they're also making you look at it on the other side of the lens saying, hey, what if it doesn't work? What can you do? So always have a backup plan, but go for your passion. That's what my whole point of this video was, and I wanted to get to know a lot of you guys and tell you guys who I really am and where I came from and what I do, so you guys can get to know me a little bit more. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy more content that I'm gonna bring out to you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.